All right, let's try this again. Thank you for tuning in. Late night session. We're going to do a round two. We had a live going earlier, had to abruptly end that session, take care of the family real quick. That is all good and dandy right now. And we're going to fire back up this session. We're going to be talking about the 1.7 billion XRP that was purchased by Ripple in Q2 of this year. So we just got the Q2 market report. I was excited to share this news with you, but this is going to be our second live stream tonight. The first one I got cut off after I was going through all my current events. And then right as we started talking about cryptocurrency, XRP, and Ripple, that is when I had to end this stream, take care of my little princess, and that's all done. Now we are back here to talk about XRP, Ripple, purchasing $1.7 billion worth of US funny money fiat cash traded in on the secondary markets for the future world reserve digital currency XRP. So we're going to explain what's going on in this cryptocurrency space. I wanted to start out by giving you guys a little bit of perspective, a little bit of a compare and contrast on what's going on in the financial world. This is from Gold Telegraph. Breaking news, the Swiss central bank reported a first half loss of $100 billion, the biggest half year and quarterly loss since 1907. Central banks continue to see losses. So we have the Swiss central bank and many other central banks actually reporting losses on the first two quarters of this year, the first half and the last quarter since 1907 for the Swiss central bank. And we're seeing similar numbers out of other central banks. Now, we can see that the hedge funds on Wall Street are losing, the central banks are losing. And what do you do when you're taking an L? Well, you snap back at the other people, and that's exactly what Bank of America is doing in this memo. This internal memo between Bank of America reveals that they, quote, "We hope conditions for American workers will get worse." This is what was said in this internal memo between Bank of America. We have central banks taking $100 billion losses. We have Bank of America saying that they hope conditions worsen for American workers. Okay, and then we take a look at what Ripple's been doing. So I'm going to be talking about this Q2 markets report here, and if you guys haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you take a look at it. We're talking just right off of Ripple's website, the most transparent company in the cryptocurrency space by far, but I was truly shocked by the 1.7 billion XRP that was purchased by them in Q2 alone. So I'm going to go through the numbers here. They did a total amount of on-demand liquidity sales of 2.1 billion. So they sold off 2.1 billion. They used $1.7 billion of their own cash to go buy more XRP as they continue to turn a profit. While central banks are taking losses, while Bank of America is hoping that conditions worsen for Americans, Ripple says they're ready to serve all 7 billion people on the planet. They're ready to put a dent in the universe, create a new world reserve currency with XRP that's as liquid as a G10 currency. And we can see by the on-demand liquidity volume, the hard data. Don't listen to TikTok influencers. Don't listen to me. Go pull up the Q2 markets report for yourself. Take a look at these numbers. It is undeniable. But I want to go through and summarize what was said in this Q2 markets report. Let's go bullet points real quick. So real quick, they're just summarizing. The overall market cap of the cryptocurrency space, 1 trillion vanished out of the space, right? We lost $1 trillion in Q2 of this year. Bitcoin is correlated with the S&P at a 4-year high. So the correlation between Bitcoin price and the S&P is at a 4-year high, which shows us that Bitcoin is just trading with the overall stock market, similar to a tech stock. And what have we seen over the last 6 months? That's been a major pullback. That's been a bear market for Bitcoin. Right now, we want to change up definitions of recession. We want to change up definitions of bear market. We want to identify as something else. Whatever you want to call it, it's called getting wrecked if you're holding Bitcoin, right? And no one is building on Bitcoin. No one is scaling up Bitcoin. The Lightning Network is a failure, right? Can't be a store of value, not used as digital peer-to-peer cash. And then we're also seeing the other platforms like Ethereum can't keep up as well. I'm not worried so much about exposing these guys with the SEC, all the lawsuit, all those shenanigans. That's happening. Let's just sit back and enjoy the show. This data right here confirms what we've been saying all along. So the Bitcoin correlation with the S&P is at a 4-year high. Ripple also stated that they are running 4 validators. So everyone who's wondering if the XRP ledger is decentralized, absolutely. Ripple is only running 4 validators. I think there's over 80, I think it's over 100 validators total. Yeah, it's well over 100 actually, now that I think about it. Well over 100 validators, Ripple only running 4. So they're talking about the new NFTs that are getting brought on for the XRP ledger, which is going to be incredible. I just bought my first NFT. It was kind of a joke using Ethereum. It was an absolute joke using Ethereum. I was laughing the whole time about how long the transactions took. I finally minted my first NFT. That was cool. It's an absolute joke. But anyways, XRP NFTs are on the way. Ripple voted with their 4 validators for the amendment for the XLS D20, whatever the amendment is that's going to bring in NFTs onto the XRP ledger. It's going to be massive. Just like Algorand NFTs that are taking market share, all of these other competitors to Ethereum taking market share because all of the gas fees and the inefficiencies, the lack of the ability to scale up. And we understand that moving to proof of stake with Ethereum is not going to solve any of the issues that they face as well for scaling up. It's only going to centralize those networks further. But anyways, that's just side rants about Bitcoin and Ethereum being proof of crap networks. So Ripple voted with their 4 validators for the NFTs. The NFTs are ready to go. That's going to be massive, absolutely massive. NFT is going to bring massive adoption to the cryptocurrency space. 9 times year-over-year growth for on-demand liquidity volume. Okay, 9 times, 900% gain. So while the XRP price has dropped, what is it, 60, 70%, whatever it is, on-demand liquidity volume, 9 times year-over-year growth. That's a 900% gain. That's nearly a 10x. When we're talking about gains, have patience. They're coming. Don't worry. Look at this data. Pull up the Q2 markets report. This is hard data, hard numbers of adoption. People using XRP, not being Hedera partners on the governing council, thinking about developing on it, putting out a press briefer to sound cool like we're getting into the NFTs metaverse, bro. No, this is moving serious amounts of money. 9 times year-over-year growth, and it's not just cross-border payments. They note that it is treasury flows and bulk payments, i.e. wholesale payments, not meant for us retailers, meant for wholesale bulk payments on the back end of the trades between banks, financial institutions, and other entities that are settling up with each other. $408 million of XRP sales. Let me pull up the data here for you guys actually behind me. Okay. So the sales net of purchases is at 408 million. The total on-demand liquidity sales is $2.1 billion worth of XRP. Ripple went and purchased 1.7. Look at the right side here, Q2 of 2022 compared to Q1 of 2022. If we look at the right side here, total on-demand liquidity related sales, 2.1 billion. Okay. Total purchases, 1.7 billion. So Ripple took 1.7 billion, funny money, fiat, US dollar, cash is trash, burnt it, blew it on XRP. Because they're not just blowing it, they're not just stacking it on the side, they're funneling it to their on-demand liquidity partners. Okay? And the total sales net of purchases is at 408 million. So of the XRP that they control, that they have the ability sitting in their treasury account, they sold 408 million of that. Then they chose to go off to the secondary markets, purchase 1.7 billion worth of XRP. That was sold to on-demand liquidity partners, totaling for $2.1 billion worth of XRP going to on-demand liquidity partners. They report that 2.3 billion was returned to the escrow. So that means that they only kept 700 million XRP, which, right here, this is where it gets confusing. And I need to do a little whiteboard session where I can break this down for you guys to actually do the math and break it down, because it gets confusing when you go from dollar amount to XRP, because I view XRP as a currency. It's going to be more valuable than a dollar. It's an absolute joke that it's at 30 cents right now. What an opportunity. There's no reason that this thing should be at this price. Only 700 million XRP released. Okay. 2.3 billion XRP returned to the escrow account. That tells us that they believe in the future price of XRP more so than they deem the trade that they can make, that they can go buy XRP. Now, if you look at their average buy price over the last quarter, in Q2, XRP was trading anywhere between, it was about 80 cents all the way down to 30 cents. So you can do the math. You can do the calculations and figure out, try to average out what they were buying their XRP at. But it tells us that they think it's worth setting back 2.3 billion in that escrow, which doesn't get released for another 55 months. That's how that escrow account works, in case you don't know. It's a 55-month escrow. When it gets put back in escrow, it takes another 55 months. That's almost like 5 years, right? Ripple is choosing to invest in the future price of XRP versus holding on to the billions of dollars of cash that they're sitting on. The best cash position that they've been in ever. 9 times year-over-year growth for the on-demand liquidity. This is real adoption. This isn't talking about using a project. This isn't a photo op partnership deal. This isn't we're friends. This is let me use your currency XRP for bridge payments, for bulk payments, for treasury flows. It's so simple. While the rest of the space, we have no idea what they're doing. We have no idea what problem they're solving. The proof is in the pudding right here. Ripple with the Q2 markets report right here, telling us what the deal is, telling us what the future has in store for us XRP holders. Now, this is what I find hilarious. The cryptobasic.com. So they've been putting out some XRP stuff lately. And now it seems like the crypto space is kind of getting behind Ripple and XRP because they understand that they're in deep doo-doo if Ripple loses this case and XRP is deemed a security, then 100% the rest of the space is a security as well. But we're making the case that 99% of cryptos are securities, and the SEC does have a case to go after these guys. But that's a whole other point. But they're finally getting behind Ripple and XRP and saying, okay, there's a little bit going on here. But what this platform said here in their last sentence of this article just made me laugh. They say, meanwhile, Ripple's plan to continue buying XRP from the secondary market to service ODL customers has sparked concerns amongst XRP investors. This should be concerning for XRP investors? What are you talking about? This is what we've been waiting for. This isn't people just partnered up with Ripple using Xcurrent and all the different platforms, RippleNet. They're RippleNet clients, but they're not using XRP. This is on-demand liquidity settling with XRP. This is what we've been waiting for. Do we care that Ripple's cutting deals with all these guys to give them XRP, to sell them XRP? No. It goes against the complete opposite of the narrative that these people have been perpetuating in the crypto space, that the founders are dumping on us, that Ripple doesn't really need XRP. Why would they be doing this quarter after quarter? Now, going back to, it was like Q4 or Q3, at the end of last year, it was reported in one of those quarters that they spent $321 million on buying XRP off the secondary markets. And I remember at the time we were sharing this and I was like, oh, okay, this is exciting. This is great, right? This is bullish AF. Now we're doing 1.7 billion while the rest of the space is going into recession. The rest of the space is showing they're insolvent. They're going bankrupt. And we're blowing nearly 2 billion on XRP. Now, of course, they sold it. So you could say, well, they're not holding it. But yeah, they just returned 2.3 billion. They get released $1 billion every month. And what have they been doing over the last 2 years? Returning 80% of it. The 20% that gets released and gets sent out into the world only goes to on-demand liquidity partners over the last couple years. And this just cracks me up. What are they talking about? Meanwhile, Ripple's plan to continue buying XRP from the secondary market to service ODL customers has sparked concern amongst XRP investors. I'm about to go in harder on XRP after this news. What are you talking about? This is what we're waiting for. Crypto Bull. I love this guy. I love this guy, Crypto Bull, on Twitter. He always has a bullish XRP chart to share with us. He asked, is XRP going to 72 bucks? You know, in my opinion, XRP is going well past 72 bucks. It's just a matter of when that's going to happen. When we talk about the world stage events, when we talk about the flip of the switch, when we talk about a new financial system being reset, a full, complete reset of everything, from political to financial, the whole damn system gets reset. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen, it's a matter of when. And we are investing and preparing accordingly. It's very simple what we're doing on this channel. We understand the world stage events so that we can invest and prepare accordingly. We're not doing this so that we can just BS with our buddies around the fire pit that, you know, about over some beers about conspiracies and rabbit holes and, oh, what do you think about this? No, this is the business that I just started. This is the cryptocurrencies that I'm investing in. This is the stocks that I'm investing in. This is the real estate deals that I'm looking at. This is how my business is recession proof. We're growing as well, just like Ripple. Just like Ripple, we're growing. Maybe not 9 times year over year, but we're still growing. That's what our program's about here on this channel. Folks, I mean, I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm not here to give financial advice, and I don't need to convince anyone to buy XRP. I don't think I need to convince anybody that there's an opportunity here. If you can't see it at this point, if you're in denial, or in many cases, I think that you just got good people that are distracted. And when they come to the space, they get Anthony Pompliano. They get all these other Bitcoin maxi shill clowns that are getting paid on the back end to promote all these products, to promote all these securities. Their whole living is based off of pushing bullshit. Simply put, I'm not supposed to talk about this. We're supposed to be nice with everyone. All these other guys are nice. No, I just don't believe in it, man. Either you're bought and paid for, or you're stupid if you think that Bitcoin and Ethereum are the future of this financial system. Or, and I actually don't hate on this play. You think that Ethereum's going to get the free pass, even though it's corrupt. Ethereum's going to get the green light. They're going to be good to go. And you're investing alongside JP Morgan and all of the corruption with the Ethereum free pass, which to each their own. I don't care. I don't lose any sleep at night if you invest in Ethereum and you're fine with that. I'm not here to get into the morality of that's corrupt, kind of evil, kind of holding back the United States, kind of holding back humanity from rolling out a new financial system and actually using cryptocurrency to put a debt in the universe, serve all 7 billion people, create a new world reserve currency, an actual reserve currency that's actually as liquid as a G10 currency, actually solving billion-dollar problems, tens of billions of XRP volume in Q2, $50 billion worth of XRP volume to be exact. We're just getting started, folks. And what's happening? No more XRPs coming out for me and you. XRP's not meant for us, if you haven't picked up on that by now. Not only do I kind of feel bullish about XRP, we're not going to be able to buy it. We're not going to be able to get it. It's going to be, as I put here in my notes, treasury flows and bulk payments. The words of Ripple, right out of their mouths in the Q2 markets report. It's not just cross-border payments, on-demand liquidity. No. Treasury flows and bulk payments. After they talk about how they have NFTs ready to go, which the NFTs just brings in everyone. Not only does it bring in all of the crypto kids that are into NFTs doing that deal, it brings in all the crypto guys that are into NFTs, but it brings in the rest of the whole internet of value, the internet of things. This is all the money. gets brought into distributed ledger technology through NFTs. That's the main takeaway from NFTs, why they're important. Your mortgage, a gift card membership, your ticket to an event, all of it. Everything gets put on distributed ledger technology, and you are going to use your digital ID to verify yourself, your wallet, and your transaction. What an incredible moment here, folks. We're watching this unfold. I just had a great session with my Discord group this morning for 2 hours talking about the movements in this market. If you haven't just taken a look at this moon phase, it's just so stupid, so simple. People hate on me for talking about the moon phase pattern. Just pull it up on your chart, man. Take a look. We talked. We're making some money trading right now, but most importantly, we are getting ready to accumulate here in the next couple weeks as this market rolls over. Okay? I just doubled down on a Bitcoin short that I was holding. What did we do? When Bitcoin was over 24,000 briefly, that's when I doubled down on that position at 24.5, I think is what we're trading at. I don't have the charts up in front of me. I'm not going to get into the charts here, but folks, do not fall for this fake pump. And are we going to go down to sub 20 cent XRP? Are we going to go down to 10 cent XRP? Are we going to go down to 12K Bitcoin? Worst case scenario, we range down to those levels. Yes. Best case scenario, we go back to 27, 26 cents. Maybe break 25 cents briefly. I don't know. The patterns that I'm seeing in my technical analysis, what I'm pulling up, tell me that Bitcoin pulls down to 20K again. 20,700. Just to give you a number. But worst case scenario, we go down to 13, 12K. Are you going to be ready to back up the truck? Are you going to be ready to invest at those moments? I hope you guys are ready. Personally, I'm ready to go. I do not think that this thing is bottomed out. On the macro picture, I think that we have 12 to 18 months from now still to be in a recession, depression. Call it what you want. Identify what you want. I don't care. Are you growing right now? How are you becoming more valuable? How are you building utility in your tool belt when it comes to prepping, when it comes to your cryptocurrency, precious metals, real estate, business? About 5 things right there. There's a few other asset classes. There's a few other things to understand, of course. But right there is the bulk of it, of what we're doing with our program. How's your program been working out? How did it work out listening to influencers that couldn't even tell you we were going into a bear market, still are in denial that we were even in a bear market? How did it work for the DeFi? How did it work for the NFT? And I'm not here to be I told you so. I'm just saying, like, our program, yes, we're holding a lot of XRP and we've taken a loss on that. No, some of us are still in the green. I'm still in the green. My buy-ins are lower, but a lot of us are hurting. Our bags are down 50, 60%. Okay, that's fine. But we have been able to move with absolute conviction. So no matter what you're investing in, no matter what your strategies are, I just hope that you can move with speed and strength and conviction with whatever you're doing. Whether you have a real estate business, whether you precious metals, whatever your side hustle is. What is your program? How is your program working out? I don't know what I'm hearing in the sky right now. It literally sounds like a war zone out here. So I don't know if we just got attacked on the West Coast, but I will be sure to report live if that's the case. But I don't know. I hear like a huge amount of stuff going on. I don't know what's going on outside. Literally sounds like bombs going off in the distance. I don't even know what that is. Someone lighting off fireworks. I don't know. Who knows? In the first stream today, we talked about the current events playing out, the world stage events. Folks, strap in. There's a reason why we talk about preparedness being the first thing in our recession to-do list. For everyone who hasn't caught that yet, it's time to repost that again since we're officially in a recession. Unless you don't want to identify as that, then you don't have to. You identify as whatever you want. First thing was prepping. Next thing was cash flow, income. After that, we get into our cryptocurrencies, precious metals, real estate. Okay. And for some of you, real estate's your main business. Okay, it's part of your cash flow income. First thing's prepping so that you can feed your family, you can take care of your family. Next thing's cash flow. How do we stack up more cash so that we can ride out inflation and so that we can take advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history? Now, this isn't optional. This isn't doomsday bunker. This is inflation's going to wipe your ass out. Don't you get it? Inflation is killing us. Whether we get the end of the world scenarios or we get the lights out or a hurricane comes through your town or a tornado or an earthquake or whatever. Whether that happens or not, inflation's going to kill us. So we need to focus on stacking more cash. That income comes after our prepping. Prepping's defensive. Then we go on offensive, hardcore, with our side hustles, with our business. If you have a job, how do you become more valuable? Next, cryptocurrency for me, cryptocurrency, because I believe that this is the new financial system. I think that the gains I'm going to get in that are going to be massive. Next, for me, I am already stacking precious metals, specifically silver. Then I also am moving on real estate as well. God, it's that absolute blessing, but I pray that we can ride out and survive the storm. It's like when I look at the investment opportunities, the financial world, my businesses, how I'm navigating this crisis, how I'm riding out the storm on my ship that I've built over the last 7 years when I started my business. I knew a time was coming. I'd already woke up in 2012, started my business in 2015. Now we run 2 businesses. Going into this, we knew these times were coming. We prepared accordingly. Now we're investing accordingly. Just like Ripple. While the rest of the cryptocurrency space, while the rest of the companies are having to go into recession, they are participating in this recession. We have companies like Ripple, we have my company, what I'm doing, and others, maybe you included, hopefully, if you've been tapped in and you've been taking massive action and you've been preparing for this time, you've stacked cash. You're ready to swoop deals. You're going to be able to remain consistent, remain alive. Maybe you do have a pullback. You do feel the recession. That's fine. It's brutal out here. I have empathy. As long as you're taking action and you're staying alive. When we get out onto the other side, we have a new financial system awaiting us. We have quadrillions of dollars that's going to come in to this technology, what we're investing in. Real estate. Ready to move? Great deals coming up. Great deals already here. In negotiations as we speak. Making moves, ready to go, ready to pounce. Blood in the streets, let's go. And I have empathy for the people on the other end. But right now, folks, you got to take care of your family. My prayers go out to everyone in the middle class and poor of this country that are getting blindsided, that are good people, that are having to turn the key on their business. I get it. I understand. Right there with you. Seeing it firsthand in my community, in my town, in my Discord community. It's not all rainbow roses and to the moon. I get it. We're right there with you guys. But I was telling my Discord this morning, so much conviction. I feel so focused and locked in on my purpose, what I'm doing here, what our message is, and what our program is that we're executing on. So much conviction, so much opportunity. If you guys want to get access to that, head on over to my website. It's zachrector.com. With that being said, if you could smash the thumbs up on the way out, and if you could share this message with other like-minded individuals, I would greatly appreciate that. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys take care, stay ready, and based off of what Ripple's doing, I know what I'm going to be doing. But that's not financial advice. Good